Welcome to the first Hands On podcast show, hosted by me, Reggie Hanson. You get the connection? Hands on, Hanson. That's me. All right. But, anyways, the reason I call the show the Hands On podcast show is because I'm going to be hands on teaching you about leadership development, and career transitions, which a lot of people since the pandemic have been going through career transitions or want to but are afraid to. All right. So this whole podcast is going to be about leadership development, career transitions. I'm going to share with you a lot of my personal experiences with both. Okay. So you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get to know me very well. This is going to be a very educational podcast, got a lot of different content. It's going to help you in a lot of different areas of leadership, and the career transitions you're going through. How to manage relationships, okay? I'm a big advocate of emotional intelligence. It's so important to have a high level of emotional intelligence, especially if you're a leader. You got to know how to manage the relationships with the people that works under you. You have to understand as a leader, you're a coach, not a manager. You coach people and you manage situations. That's what a leader does. A leader's main job is to develop more leaders. So you're helping your people become the best they can be, accomplish their goals, so they can become leaders. And when you're developing more leaders, it makes your job as a leader much more easier. Okay? So that's the job as a leader, is to develop more leaders. All right? Career transitions. Like I said, so many people are going through them or want to go through them, but they're afraid to release that fear and go after it. So you're going to learn more about my career transitions. I went through a career transition from being a 14-year basketball coach at the highest level of college to going and trying a bunch of different careers to ending up having my own coaching company, Hanson Coaching and Consulting LLC. And you're going to learn about all the different experiences that I went through, the different decisions I had to make to get to where I am now. And going through a career transition is not easy. But nothing in life is supposed to be easy if it's worth it. Okay. But the thing you have to understand is you can't have fear when you're trying to get to that next level of your life. That's something with me is I've never had the fear to say, okay, this is not working for me. I need to go and make a change. Now, not without trying first, not without giving it a valiant effort. You can't just give something a month and say, okay, this is not going to work. You got to figure out what's going on in the situation and what's going on with you. Sometimes when you're talking about leaving a place, you got to check yourself first and see if there's something that you're not doing right to make yourself successful, to make it a better place or a better environment. And once you do that and you decide, okay, this is not the right place, then you got to make that leap of faith. You got to go ahead and do it. You can't talk about it. So many people talk about it. They complain about the jobs every day, and it's like, stop complaining. When I talk to my clients, I don't want to hear complaining. Stop complaining. Either you're going to make the move and let's go to work to get to that next career, or stay there, shut it up, and don't say nothing else about it. Don't need to complain about it every day. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay. So again, you're gonna learn about a lot of my experiences, and again, I got so much just content information I want to share with you, and I'm excited about it. Again, emotional intelligence. Let me get back to that. I've published five emotional intelligence. No, I keep saying five, six emotional intelligence assessments on Amazon. And what my emotional intelligence assessment do is they measure your own emotions. They measure how you manage your own emotions and thought process, as well as how you manage the thought process and emotions of the people you work with or relate to. Okay? One of them is for people in leadership and non leadership positions, and one for parents, one for couples, one for sports coaches, one for athletes, and one for teachers. See, emotional intelligence, it crosses all different careers and relationships. There's no boundaries with emotional intelligence. Every relationship and type of career needs that to survive, to thrive, to be successful and achieve your goals. You got to be able to relate with other people as well as relate with yourself and understand yourself. Okay? So go to Amazon, see which one of those books, assessments relates to your situation, purchase it, and you won't be sorry. Okay? It's very detailed. And the thing about my assessments, I don't give you a question and then give you multiple choice answers to guide you to a certain way. You're going to write out your answers. So when you see a question, you're going to write out your answer. So it's going to be coming from your true thought process and how you feeling. You're ready to put it down on paper. All right? So now you can see it and you can know how you feeling and how you deal with certain situations to see, okay, I don't handle that right. I need to get help with that. Or I do handle this right. Let me enhance that and make it even better. Okay? So emotional intelligence is very important in leadership and career transitions. All right? So let's jump right into this first episode. Today's going to be about leadership, okay? And I'm going to mix it up. One episode leadership, another episode career transition. So when you go on to look for the podcast, just see which one that resonates with you that day and take a listen, okay? But what kind of leader are you? That's one thing you must decide, either before going into a leadership position or if you're currently in a leadership position. You have to decide what type of leader you are. Okay? Do you really know? A lot of people say they know, but they really don't know. They really don't know. All right? And I'm talking about, when I say what kind of leader you are, I'm talking about, do you know your attributes, your skills, and your competencies? Do you know those things? Right? If you don't know those things, then now you don't know what kind of leader you are. You don't know what type of leader you are. All right? And it's best you find out what those things are right away. See, as a leader, you have to understand, again, you coach people and manage situations. You don't manage people, all right? You coach people, okay? And the main job, again, is to develop people to become leaders. Become leaders, all right? Your job is to empower them to be able to do the job that you, as a leader, ask them to do, to achieve the goals that your company, your team, your organization needs to achieve. Okay, and I have a leadership questionnaire too. I got to figure out how to get it to you. But in that questionnaire, you're going to rank yourself as a leader. And with that questionnaire, once I figure out how to get it to you, you get that questionnaire to your team and let them rank you as a leader. And you'll really find out what they think of you as a leader and what you think of yourself as a leader, if you're being honest. But with this questionnaire, you're going to find out and you're going to determine 5 things, okay? One is you're going to know your top 3 leadership strengths. You're going to know your top 3, okay? Then you're going to know your 3 weakest areas. You're going to find out what your 3 weakest areas are as a leader, all right? And this questionnaire is going to tell you about your general leadership development needs. Like, what do you need to develop as a leader to make you the best leader you can be? Then it's going to help you decide what steps you need to take to begin developing. Then it's going to ask you this one last question in the questionnaire. Are you willing to get a coach to help you develop as a leader? See, in the world today, doesn't matter if you're in a sports profession, business, it doesn't matter. Coaching is coaching, and people need coaching. And there are a lot of people that are hesitant about being coached, but then they don't move. They stay in the same position year and year and year and year and year in and year out without moving or elevating themselves. So getting a coach to help you, hold you accountable, push you, help you set boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. Hold you accountable. Once you get a coach to give you that type of direction, then you're going to be on your way to being a better leader, the best leader you can be, and begin to climb up that ladder that you're trying to climb up. Okay? So you got to find out what type of leader you are before you really can develop and be a great leader. All right? That's a wrap. That's the first show. Again, I'm excited about just all the content and education that I'm going to give you. So please subscribe, share, like, tell people about this podcast because it's going to be a lot of information that you're going to love. It's going to help you. This information is going to really seriously help you if you follow what I'm telling you and you follow what I tell you to do or ask you to do. Okay, not tell you to do what I ask you to do. All right, because it's on you. It's not on me. I'm just giving you this free game, as they say. So I'll see you next show. Again, all right. Tell everybody about the Hands On podcast show on leadership development and career transition, and I'll see you next time.